Well, my first thoughts about this was this whole ordeal of coming over here and the trip and all of that. I'm so proud of our players and all of the support group that made this travel and the whole way we functioned so smooth. We had a great time. It was like going to a college bowl game, and our players' attitude about it was incredible. They practiced hard, they worked hard, they rested well, they did everything. They did a little bit of sightseeing, but didn't do too much. That led us up to the game, and as we got closer to the game, we realized how much energy there was for the Seahawks here. That was a great crowd, and somebody said it was the biggest crowd ever. Playing at Wembley was great, and anybody says anything different, I don't know. I don't think they know. The turf was really taken care of, and there's been a lot of issues about that, talk about that. The turf was great. Even with some rain today, it held up fine, so the whole experience culminated with a game that we played, a really complete football game, just makes it really a special week. So we're heading into the bye. We're feeling pretty good about that. We put together really 4 weeks of pretty good football here, and I like the way that we're playing, the style we're playing with, how physical we're playing, accented. We ran for a bunch of yards again today and finished the game on offense, running the clock out. It was exactly how we love to do it. So I'm really pleased with where we are right now, taking off for this break. We needed to be better, but we made the most of it. And so a lot of guys played well. The defense played a great game today. Allowing under 200 yards, and all the 6 sacks I saw, and we really should have had 3 turnovers or maybe 4 turnovers in the game, which is a huge deal to us. We wind up +1, but the ball was out all day long. It was on the field, and so we had some great chances at it, which always gives us a great chance. So you run the football, you take the ball off them, and you play good hard-nosed ball across the board, and you're going to have a good day. So Russell made a couple magical plays, moving to finding guys for touchdown passes. We were really good on 3rd down again today, and again running the ball for 150, and just 1 sack it's a big day for us on that side. So there's stuff everywhere. Frank Clark had a great game, 2.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles that we recovered, and that's enormous. And he got sick in the second half. He couldn't get back out there. He got more. Yeah, he was really playing. So I'm just really pleased with the whole day and the whole event of this week being here. So it felt like a home game, and so we come back again. I'm looking forward to it.
Said it felt like a home game. Were you a little surprised by how loud it was and just how?
Yeah, it was. Not only were they so much for us, they made it hard on the other guys too, on the other team. So for whatever reason, I know that Germany supported us well, and the people here in Great Britain supported us well, and I'm sure there was a bunch of other people that that came in as well as our own fans that made the trip. So really grateful to them. It made it a really special event today.
Clark has played through a lot last year. So what kind of
Say that again?
Frank Clark
Yeah.
played through quite a bit the last year. What kind of performance has he given what he's been doing?
Frank's been playing great football. I don't know how many sacks he's got overall, but he's been on it. He's been really aggressive and on the attack. More importantly, and I think I probably said this to you guys a little while ago, he's just turned his outlook in a really, really positive way. He's playing as a great teammate. I mean, he's so strong and so supportive with his message. His effort daily, every single day that he practices out there is great. He's taken a leadership role, really reminiscent of some of the guys that were here before. And so almost like he's picked up the mantle and made a statement about that. By the way, he works. Not so much about what he's saying, it's about what he works. Like, his message is good too. So Frankie's doing great. I'm really fired up about him.
Besides Frank, what else did you see to kind of let the pass rush?
Everybody was hot. Everybody was going. All the fellas up front. Jay Reed continues to do stuff. Q Jeff got in there. I thought Jacob Martin looked really particularly quick coming off the edge. It was great to see him get some pressure. He wasn't always able to get there, but he was part of the problems for them. And that really was kind of the story for the day was our ability to rush the passer, and it was great to see those guys get that kind of day. I'm sorry, say that again, please. I have nothing to say about how they did. I don't know what they did. What we did worked out great. We felt the stages of the recovery, and the guys just mentally just did not let it affect them, and we made it through it. And we felt really, I think everybody felt great today, which is the whole point. So our guys who set up, this whole thing, Matt Capro, Jeremy, and Eric Kennedy, and those guys that organized the whole thing, did the science behind Sam Ramsden, that did the science behind how we did this. I think it was impeccably done. And really, the place we stay, don't mean to be selling all this stuff, but it was just great. The Grove was awesome. The food was great. They took care of us across the board. Facilities were beautiful. And so, I mean, this was just an amazing week. And so it was really like a big-time bowl game. I've been to a few of those, and this was like what that's like. And it was really fired up about that.
Seemed like all your receivers, Doug had a bunch of catches, and then just different guys.
Yeah, what stood out to me was the variety of ways we made yards throwing the ball. Russ did a really nice job finding a couple guys. He found David and found Tyler moving out of the pocket. He had really good time in the pocket and then had a second shot at making a play. And he's dangerous when you give him that chance. I thought Doug had a fantastic second half. I mean, he got a couple balls. We almost hit him on the bomb, just missed him on the one downfield. But all in all, he played a great football game. He really looks like he's back and ready to go, and that's a big deal to us.
Held in check 4 really good running backs in the last 4 games. Is that as important as your ability to stand?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's always been the hallmark of what we've done in the past is stopping, that running game is so important. We gave up some yards in a couple of these weeks that were kind of peripheral stuff that, but the good backs, as you talked about, we faced some really good guys, and our guys have taken that challenge, and that's how it fits together. It's stopping the run on defense, no big plays, which we were able to do today, and then you circle it in with running the football like that, and that attitude that prevails. That makes us the Seahawks, and that's what we've been after forever. It's been a while, really. The last couple of years, it's been hard to find it. We've had so many issues with our running back situation and what's going on up front, but that's not our issues anymore. We're in great shape, and Dwayne Brown and Fluke and Britt and all those guys are doing a fantastic job up front. Sweezy's been a great addition for us, and of course, with Fetty's doing well too. So I'm fired up about it.
What do you think that is for the offensive line? Do you see it as purely a personnel change, or around Mike Scolari coming in?
No. Mike and Brian Schottenheimer have had a lot to do with that. We have adjusted scheme-wise. We made that well known that we were going to change some things that we were doing. There's a lot of the old. There's some really great new stuff that we're doing. But it's for the most part, what has happened is we've come together with how we want to play, and that's really clear. And we don't mind saying we're going to run the football. And I'd like to be the most physical running team in this league, and we're going to keep going after that. We'll never know what that is, but that's the intention of just keep pounding the football. So Mike has melded really well with his guys. Fluker's been a great addition, and Sweezy. Those two guys are really the difference guys that from last year to this year, and they're both really physical and really attitude-wise, they're perfect, and they give us a chance. It doesn't hurt when you put George Fenton there at 320 pounds at tight end, so it's about as big as you can get. So it's fitting together quite well.
I mean, kind of an interesting day with your tight ends, having to go with Tyrone and all that.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. It's a nice job. Nick just couldn't make it. He kind of digressed as the week went on, and he couldn't play today. So Darrell Daniels got a chance to get in there for the first time, really with some real focus. And then Swoops came through too, made a big catch for us. And then of course adding George in was a really nice job by Pat McPherson to get those guys rolled in there so that they could contribute in a big way.
It was the highest attendance of an NFL match here in London. Everybody's always talking about a franchise here. Do you have any thoughts on that, and in the fact that this match was the highest attendance?
Well, it's obvious that the people here love football. I mean, you can't turn out like that, and that's an incredible crowd. It's a big crowd. I don't know, maybe the biggest crowd we played in front of. I don't know. I mean, it's a huge crowd, but they had a blast. I mean, they weren't just there. They were part of it. They contributed. They were involved with it. They were classically there early and having fun with the guys coming on off the field and all of that. This would be a great place to have this home field advantage. And so, whatever the league figures out, I don't know. But it looks like it's set up to be the right campus. It's a great venue. So. Go.
Russell
I thought he did fantastic. Really, he played with his pass protection today really well. He was able to use it and find stuff. We just missed on the bomb to Doug, which was another great pass play for him to give that look and that shot. So these guys are doing a nice job. I think, I don't want to say the number, but the first couple of weeks the sacks was like horrendous, and then we've come back in the last 3-4 weeks here, and we've just totally flipped it. And when you can see when we make those kinds of conversions on third down, what was the number today? 9 of 13. When we're that kind of mode, and we mix some runs in there to get that done. I like our chances of winning football games. I don't care who we play.
Your 91st win, postseason included, and one more than homegrown. Do you allow yourself to reflect on accomplishments like that?
Yeah, not really. It's too bad. Mike deserves having that one, I guess. I don't care.
You sort of alluded to this, but you guys head into the bye now. How do you feel about where you are in terms of both, I guess?
We can also, those of following us, you can see we've totally changed streams. We should have won last week if we just would have handled our business and taken care of it, and we would have had 4 in a row, and it would have been obvious that we're on a roll right now. But we can feel it, and the players know it, and their attitude is fantastic. We've had very good fortune health-wise. The tight end thing, Ed Dixon's going to be coming back to us. It'd be great to see him come back, and we have a chance for J.D. McKissick here in the next couple of weeks as well. So we fortunately made it out today very healthy as well as the last week. So all of that adds to the momentum and gives us a chance to really get moving. I don't know who we're playing next yet, but we'll get back in 2 weeks from now. We'll get ready to go and just put together another game, and we're just going to pick up where we left off. That's the whole idea.
Trey Flowers was just cramps?
I don't know what. Yeah, okay, he cramped up. I didn't know that.
Coach, is there any experience like this and having success on the road so far away, maybe bringing great guys together for more moving forward?
Yeah, well, we've already come together, and I think what we did today is we celebrated it. We had embraced this challenge, and the guy's attitude was perfect. The whole week, throughout the whole thing, everything that we threw at them, every challenge of what was coming up, they were perfect about it. This team has already come together. These kinds of opportunities, though, are always special, and they add to it, and they add to the lore. They had a great time in the locker room. They're so fired up. As tough as this trip is going back, they're going to have a great time on it and with it, and it'll be as good as we can make it. There'll be a lot of guys cramping up, I'm afraid, but yeah, this just adds to it and gives us a chance to really feel really good about going whatever the next challenge is.
Anything else? Thank you.